Hello, and welcome to Riffs on Writing, where we answer your writing and publishing questions in 10 minutes or less. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 things every author needs to have.
Woohoo! Yeah, so this topic came up because I kept going to visit different things for different authors and finding that they didn't have the things I expected them to have. So the first thing that we would say is you just need a basic website. You can build it yourself on WordPress, in Wix, Squarespace, doesn't matter. You can hire somebody to do it, but it just needs to have like a basic about section about you, a way for people to contact you, and then information about your book. Beyond that, it doesn't have to have anything else like
Yeah.
that. You can expand it later if you want, but that's the good start.
And it can be one page, because I know a lot of hosts too, you can just do a landing page and have all that information on there. There are even some websites which will host it for you. They cost about $10, $15 a month. I think you'll have to check that out. But there are a few websites, if you just Google around, that will do that for you. But you need to have that basic presence because you can't live in a void.
Right. Like people need to be able, we know, when we want to find something, we Google it, right?
Yeah.
You need to be findable on Google, and that a basic website will do that for you.
And then the next one is social media. And I know people are now cringing and eyes rolling, and we are not talking about having 100 million followers. Although if you do manage that, please email us and let us know how you did it. You just need one. And it's just a basic one that you need. It doesn't need to be genius. You don't need to even be on it every day, although we do recommend 3 to 5 times a week if you can. But you don't need to stress yourself out if you miss a day. I will be, full disclosure here, I did not post anything on Instagram today, and I'm okay with that. So it just, again, it's one of those places for people to find you.
Yeah, and it can be any one social media site that you use, right? Like, so if you tend to be on Facebook, use Facebook. If you tend to be on TikTok, use TikTok. And whatever it is that you're going to naturally use, pick that one.
And that's the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's the bare. You can do more, but yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the third thing that we would recommend you have, and if you're traditionally publishing, your publisher will likely set this up for you, but it needs to be there, is an author central page on Amazon, right? So that's just a basic page where all your books get linked in, even if it's just one. You have a bio. There's a place in there that you can put in photos, you can put in quotes, you can put in all kinds of things in there. But what you want it to have is on your book page on Amazon where your name is, if you have an author central page, that your name will become clickable and people can then follow you on there. And that's just a really easy way to get readers.
Yeah, and I know, I get it, I hear it. Again, we probably have people right now rolling their eyes, big bag at Amazon. We get it, but you know what? Newsflash, Amazon is not going anywhere. It is here to stay. So you might as well use it to your advantage and give yourself every advantage you can. Because the next one is a universal book link.
Yeah. So you can do, so books to read it's books2read.com is the draft to digital. We'll talk about them in another video, but it's their free front facing source where you can put in a link, like let's say from Barnes and Noble to your book, and it will automatically search and find every link to your book anywhere. And it'll give you one URL that you can customize. I always customize mine to the names of my books. And then people can click that one link when you share it and find everywhere that they can order your book.
And why? Because you want to make it easy. Because I guarantee if someone has to search for your book and they have to search on multiple platforms and they have to search it in a different way, because sometimes people, if it's your first book, it may not come up. You may have to search the book and your name. The more people have to do that, the less likely they are to buy your book. And we want them to buy your book.
That's
which
right.
Brings us to the one point that I think ties all of these points in together, is the willingness to market yourself.
Yeah. So there is this belief in creative communities, right, that selling yourself is selling out, right? Like that you're somehow demeaning your art by trying to find people who will read it. And I'm just going to tell you that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Tim Grahl says that the books we create are gifts we give to the world. And if you can keep that mindset while you market, then you won't feel that sort of guilt or like you're bothering people, because you're not bothering people. We can all scroll past things on social media. We can all ignore things. It's not like you're sitting in somebody's living room and forcing them to listen to you. But marketing is, it's a gift, right? It's a chance to put your book out in the world, whether your goal for the book is to start making a living from writing full time, or just helping people because you have a book about something that would be important to them. You got to find those readers, and marketing's the way you do that.
And there's a lot of noise out there, and this just helps you break through the noise. And also, I'm just going to add, if you have a basic website, one social media, Author Central, and a universal book link, what that actually is also doing in the background for you is that's increasing your appearance on search engines like Google. So the more you have of that, the more of that that's active, the easier you are to find, which ties us right into our fifth point of the willingness to market yourself, because this way you're marketing yourself without actually trying.
Right. And it's super easy. And then when you get really famous, you can come back to this video and tell us, because we'll be happy to hear about it.
Exactly. Thank you for listening, and please tell everybody about us. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We will always answer. Thank you.